morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Welcome to the Mental House. I am your host, Khadijah. Welcome, whatever side of the diaspora that you own. I thank you for being out there. But I wanted to make a video about, do you think narcissists should have children? Because that was a question that was proposed to me. Do I think narcissists should have children? Mm. I touched this, I addressed this on earlier video about some of my beliefs that probably sound a little conservative for a lot of people, but I think, especially my community, but I think that in the long run, that it would breed some type of stability. It would bring some type of stability, and it would also give you the opportunity to be exposed to terminology, to treatments, to mental health uh, issues that you may not have been exposed to had you not been able, to engage in a marriage or something. So in other words, if you was going to get married or whatever, not only should they just take your blood, they should see the compatibility of how much where your mental health is. And some people say, well, how could they do that? That's crazy to implement that because most people aren't getting married. Well, maybe you can do it on the other end when they're having the children as well. Because at some point we're gonna have to get into these people's psychic. Because if not, you can already see a generation of failure coming up. If people aren't being married, because back in the day, you used to have to take a blood test in order to see if you guys would be compatible to have children if you wanted to get married. People don't get married anymore. So with that being said, how are we going to find out if these people are going to be compatible not only to have healthy children physically, but emotionally? What can ensure that this child is not going to be brought into the home of an undercover pedophile? I mean, those are some of the things to me that are key issues, because it is those issues like that that wreak havoc in our families. If you think that's a conservative view, I don't think it is. I think it's just a human view looking out for the babies, because they're pretty much held hostage, and then they end up becoming adults that have got all kinds of fucked up problems, they end up spending all kinds of money in therapy because they depressed or because they're this, that, and the other. And it's only because in the beginning somebody wasn't able to see the red flags on that family and maybe help them while they not destroy their family, but to also help with support for where that family is. It's a thought, because I know that we can't go on like this. We just can't. The human family, the earth, the world cannot go on with all this hatred. And there are so many wounded people that you can't fix. So I think it was Frederick Douglass said it's easier to love a baby and treat it properly. You might didn't say that part. Than to heal a broken man. Because once these people are adults, they have no rhyme or reason. You cannot reason with them. It has gotten locked in their amygdala. It has gotten, unless they actively seek some kind of therapy or somebody makes them get in touch with their thinking, you have anarchy like you have right now on the planet. And I think that that's really a travesty for an experiment that was supposed to be America. So, that was just my conversation for today. I guess I'm gonna load some of these videos up. I think that would make a little sense because I've been ranting for a minute and I need to load them all up now. So, anyway, if you like what you hear, please subscribe. And I will see you next time, my family in the mental house. Bye bye.